Alright lads, so today we are doing a top 10 best characters in Bleach Brave Souls, but there's a catch. I don't know who the next character is going to be. The idea is very simple. We're going to use a random number generator to get a random character in our album, and then we're going to put them onto a tier list, ranking them from 1 to 10, but I won't know who the next character is going to be. So if you can't tell from the get-go, the tier list probably isn't going to be that accurate, but we'll see how it actually turns out. So looking at our album, we have 7 characters across, and we have 82 characters down. We're not including raid characters in this particular list. So I'm going to go to our random number generator, input 82, generate, and now we have to go to the 78th row. We're then going to look for a character within that row, and boom, we have number 6. So 78 down, 6 across. So it looks like our first character is going to be Kaname, the speed version. Already off to a great start. This is a very old character, and I don't see it getting worse than this. So due to that, we're going to put him into the number 10 spot. I think that's kind of accurate. If we get a character worse than this, I'd be very, very surprised. Next up for our rows, let's see what we get. 17, so that's going to be somewhat of a newer character. And the character within that row, we're getting number 7. So our next character is the Christmas version of Ranku. In this case, it's going to be a weird place to put her because she is actually semi-decent. She obviously is lacking a bit of the range and the damage compared to some of our newer characters, but there's no guarantee we get some of those newer characters. So I think I'm going to play it safe here and put it in the number 5 spot. Alright, moving on to our third character. So far, so well. We have character row number 46. So that's going to be quite an oldish character. Definitely going to be in the lower part of the tier list. And if we go by the characters within that row, we have number 2. So 46 down, 2 across, we now have, funny enough, weirdly, strangely enough, we have another Technique character with the Espada kill ability. In this case, we have the 1000-Year Blood War round 2 version, round 3 version of Ichigo. Obviously a very cool character, but gameplay-wise, he isn't really that good. But we have to try and play it safe here. He is definitely worse than Rangaku, but also significantly better than Kaname. So again, I'm going to try and play it safe, try and find a middle ground, and maybe put him here. Let's put him in number 7. I think number 7 a good spot for him. If we get 2 characters that are worse than him, then we're going to put them there. But so far, we're looking good. All right, rolling it again. This time we have 73, so definitely on the lower end here. And within that row, we're getting number 4. So kind of funny, next character is the Christmas version of Sajin. Is he worse than Kaname? Honestly, probably not. They're both very bad characters anyway. I don't think anyone's going to really argue with their positioning, but in this case, we're going to put him at number 9. I think it's a pretty decent spot for him. But we're running out of characters because we only have 1 more spot left between Sajin and also Ichigo. So any characters we get in the future, we're kind of hoping for them to be a tad bit better here. RNG coming up next. What do we have here? 81. Oh my god. And within that row, we have number 2. So, we're really getting all the OG characters. In this case, 82 down, 1 across. We have the free-to-play frenzy version of Rukia. And in this case, we don't really have any other option to put her in the number 8 spot, which, you know what, I'm going to stand by it. I'm going to firm this list. Remember, she is technically a free-to-play character, and technically you can easily max transcend her for free, so we are going to just try and weigh it here and say that, you know, Rukia is better than Sajin and also Kaname. At the same time, she's worse than Ichigo because, he has Flurry at the very least. Even though he's not really that usable, he's still usable. But can we please get a newer character with our next guess? And the character we're getting is 17. So, okay, it's on the newer side. I think it's going to be a character that released alongside someone like the Ranku that we did get earlier. So, looking good, looking good. And within that row, we're going to get number 1. So, 17 down, number 1 across. Oh my god. We have Zablo. So, we actually get a new character. And then it ends up being one of the worst characters of the year. My god. So in this case, I guess we have to put him number 6. We don't really have any other option. He himself isn't really that good, despite him releasing after Rangaku, almost at the same time, to be fair. This Zappo just simply isn't that good. He has kind of mediocre strong attacks. I would much rather use Ranku over Zappo any other day. And at the same time, he also doesn't have any built-in recharge. He was mainly just there to be a Link or a Crystal character. So we now have to put him at number 6 spot. We have 4 more spots left, and we're really pushing here. Every character that we've selected has basically been worse than Rangaku. Maybe I should have put higher, but we have hope here that we can get some of the newer characters so we can actually put them in our list and potentially make it as accurate as possible. Because right now, I'm actually going to say, like, it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good thus far. All right, RNG, don't be cruel. What are we getting this time? 65. And within that row, we have number 5. Meta Exchange Nelio. We fumbled, lads. So in this case, we're kind of just forced to put her in the number 4 spot. Realistically, I would probably put her around here, around this mark, basically. But again, we can't change it. So Meta Exchange Nell is going in the number 4 spot. All right, next up, what we getting? 42. And within that, we're getting number 4. All right, so our next character is actually the 1000-Year Blood War version of Yoruichi. Honestly, not too bad. Is she better than Rangaku? Maybe. So in this case, there's only one spot for us to put this Yoruichi in. I'm gonna put it at number 3 again. We kind of messed up here already because we put Ranku at number 5. I probably should have put at number 1. At this point, if we ever do it again, any character we get from like 2020 onwards, we have to put in the top 3. In this case, we put Ranku maybe a bit too low, but we are gonna put Yoruichi in the number 3 spot. They're still saving this list. If we can get a somewhat newer character for number 1 and 2, it will look decent. But any older than that, this list is in shambles. Rolling it again, this time we have number 33. Interesting. And within that row, we have number 1. Oh, come on. What is this? What are the characters we're getting here? We actually get a somewhat newer character, and we get like the worst characters of the year. In this case, we got Zamari, man. Oh. Now, Zamari had his usage back when he first came out. He was that Guild Quest combo character, and he actually was one of the better characters released for that particular year, with the idea of only using him at level 1 in Guild Quest. But since that is now a thing in the past, Zamari isn't really that good, and we're kind of forced to put him in a top position. And in this case, we're kind of just forced to put him at number 2, aren't we? We completely messed up this list. Listen, we have one more row left. Let's hope we can actually get a somewhat good character, because in this case, it looks like this list is in shambles. We flopped it. Alright, final row, 14. And the character within that is number 7. Yukio. Yukio is our final character. So we have no choice but to put number 1 as Yukio. Is this accurate? Looking back now, no. Should we have done things differently? Probably. I should have probably just took a risk with the Ranku and took a big assumption that we'd only get bad characters, and I should have put Ranku number 1. Within this list, I still think Ranku is probably the best, and if I was to change it, I would put her at number 1. After that, probably Yoruichi would be like 2nd or 3rd, probably 2nd, and then maybe Zamari and then Yukio. Unfortunately, though, it just didn't go well. We had such a great start, but I think I underestimated Ranku and put her too low in the list. But you know what? If we ever do this again, let's hope we can actually make a better tier list this time. With that said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Just trying something new on the channel today. Let me know what you like to think about this type of videos. I do want to do more stuff like this. Try and spice up every now and then. This is just for fun. Obviously, this isn't an accurate tier list whatsoever or top 10 whatsoever. But you know what? We tried, and this is the outcome that we had. Number 1, Yukio. Number 2, Zamari. And at least Yoruichi got top 3. We'll take that. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.